Okay, hi guys. I'm going to do number 5 from the classwork from today. This is from classwork number 54. And it says, find all the roots of this polynomial, x to the third plus 4x squared plus 5x plus 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the factors of p, the factors of q, and then all of my possible factors p over q. So p is this number here. So my factors of p are 1 and 2, because 1 times 2 is 2. Factors of q, well, q is this coefficient, which is just 1. So the only factors here are plus minus 1. So now to do p over q, you're taking these numbers and putting them over 1. So what I have is plus minus 1 over 1, which is really just equal to plus minus 1. Then I have plus minus 2 over 1, which is also plus minus 2. So these are the 4 possible rational roots. So now we have to test them. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not so bad. We have 4 roots to test, and it's really just random what we're going to test. I don't know. Why don't we test 1? So if I test 1, I'm going to do synthetic division with the number 1. My coefficients are up here. They are 1, 4, 5, and 2. So then, let's see, synthetic division. First step, I bring down the 1. I put it here. Now I multiply. 1 times 1 is 1. After I multiply, I add. Now I multiply. Now I add. Now I multiply. Uh-oh. The remainder is not 0. It's 12, right? So that means that 1 is not a factor. Or rather, 1 is not a root. So why don't we test -1? Since plus or minus 1 are 2 possibilities. So I have the same coefficients. Same process here. Bring it down to 1. Now I multiply. Now I add. Now I multiply. Now I add. Now I multiply. Oh my god! Yay! Remainder is 0. Remember, this is the remainder. Since the remainder is 0, that means -1 is a root. Okay, so now what do we know? I know that this is one of my roots. So this here is a root. To figure out the other root, I'm going to factor this. So now what I'm going to do is factor what's left behind. X squared plus 3x plus 2 equals 0. Because if this is a root, that means this is the factor x plus 1. This is what's left over. And if I multiply these two things together, I'll get what I started with. So I'm going to factor this. Let's see. 2 things that multiply to 2 and add to 3 are 2 and 1. So I have x plus 2, x plus 1 equals 0. So if I use the zero product property, x plus 2 equals 0, x plus 1 equals 0, I have x equals -2, and x equals -1. So I really have my 3 roots. This is 1, and this is 1. So my final answer is 3 roots, -1, -1 again, and -2. Ta-da!